Alright, we're back in the town of Bewlay with Miss Thomasina Bateman, and we've managed to get Cyril and Mr. Long arguing in the pub, leaving us wide open to just smash into the fucking place and take all the stuff we need. But I'm lost a bit, but I did notice something. Only an editing, to be honest. So we gotta go somewhere. Right, let's go. Oh, here, look. This is what I've been looking for.
Trusty trowel, the barrow digger's best friend. Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Brilliant, just what I needed. No, I can't quite remember. See, this is it. There's something buried here. We've been looking for the kid's toy, and I just couldn't find how to get it, but like I say, I noticed the
Better
trowel.
not touch them. They could be poisonous. It looks
So
like
now-
something has been buried in the middle.
Come on.
Thomasina, please stop leaving your toys lying about the place.
A fox ate it, madame.
Yes, it did. Fetch it now, won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Yes, madame. It's the gateway to the fairy kingdom. Hello, fairies. There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
Who's that you have there, little bird?
Josephine. She introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those mushrooms over there?
Yes.
That's the gateway to their kingdom. That's where Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little...
What?
What is it?
Hogwash. Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
Oh my god. Well,
This must be
Cabbage
Jane's
Pale Kid.
doll.
That must be the pin we need then to get into the use as like a lockpick type thing. Take
There
that.
is something somewhat unsettling about its appearance.
Fucking kidding me, it looks like a turd. Oh,
Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of. How strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it. At least I shall not return from Bewlay empty-handed.
wait a minute.
You're coming with me, little fellow. I shall name you Kenneth.
Kenneth is her, I mean, if you haven't been watching, why haven't you been watching? You should be watching. Kenneth is her assistant who didn't appear and just sent all the stuff that she needed, but he was supposed to appear himself, but he didn't. Because he's an absolute wastrel. Are we gonna... hello?
I've already
Yes, worm
taken
as well?
one.
Take more, take all the worms. Why do you even need one worm? Thomasina. I think things are moving now. It was all due to that fucking troll. Right, here we are. This is where my stuff is.
The door is still locked.
What's all this stuff we got?
Kenneth taught me this useful trick. A hairpin is much more than a hair accessory. A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
Well, you're having a go at Kenneth. Well, I was having a go at Kenneth, but at least he taught you that. You absolute freak.
I've snapped the hairpin in the process, but I managed to unlock the door. Let's open this envelope. There's a note inside.
Miss Bateman, I beg for your forgiveness. A matter of grave urgency has arisen in London, and I cannot join you in Bewlay. I've packed your usual equipment and pray you will find local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch. That's nice of him.
How very frustrating. I wonder what happened. I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back. Moving a fully laden crate through the village square was no easy task. Somehow, no one was there to witness it. But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother? I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me. Wait. Where is my money? It's not in here. Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man. It looks like everything else is in here. Picks, specimen trays, shovels. Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern. It feels light. There mustn't be any oil inside. I'll leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here. No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient. Still, I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that barrow and get on with the excavation.
Oh, we got some stuff now. Oh, a lantern. What was this? A chisel? A chisel? I suppose. A worm. There's that. Well, we need the doll to give the what's her face, Jane. She can show us where to go. I'm sure there's some stuff I'm missing. Right there. Think with all your mind, Thomasina. Think with your brain and your mind and your imagination. All your brain cells. Think. Here? Oh. Well, we might as well give the doll to Jane. I think it's Jane.
I present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle! I missed you so much.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
and seek.
Come back!
Oh, for good grief.
It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children.
Was it this? There was something.
Splendid. I've managed to extract it in one piece.
Brilliant. Fucking hell. Actually wild. Hi.
Hey!
Come back, you crazy child. I want to know where the fair folk are. Come over here. Tell me the secret of the fair folk. What the hell?
Jane?
It can't be in a hole.
Jane must be hiding in there, the little scamp.
Nah, I shouldn't fucking go in a hole, surely.
Jane, get out of there.
Jane, get out of there. What
Don't make me come in.
do you mean? You can't go in
Fine.
there.
Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through. I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand. Uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should do it.
Do I really want to go in this hole? I don't think I do. A weapon? I use a chisel.
An exceptional ammonite fossil. Jane! Jane? It's pitch black down there.
Yeah, I need to use the lantern. I thought so. Get out of there. Thomasina, you absolute maniac. Stay there, you weird child. I must go and solve this issue. Oh. Took a little shortcut there. I wonder if the gravedigger knows anything.
I can't think of anything else to talk about right now. Good day.
Hello, miss.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Not a lot. I know he's in charge around here.
Does he come to the village often?
Not really. He has a manor out on the moors.
Have you ever been there?
Heavens, no. Villagers aren't allowed there.
Why not?
Dunno. It's just the way it is.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
One of the boys working chopping down lumber in the forest said that he starts shooting at you if you go anywhere near it. And he likes, I don't know, Mr. Panswick sounds like, Lord Panswick sounds like a right dodgy character. But maybe not. Maybe it's just all, what's the word? Like a foxtail or whatever, I can't remember. Like something that's not real.
Good day.
Yes?
Lantern?
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
I don't have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
What can I trade you?
Surprise me.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Yeah, I think. Well, definitely not a worm. But this.
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar. I'll take it off your hands.
Wonderful.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside. There you are.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Splendid.
My lantern is fueled and ready for action.
Oh, is this way, wasn't it? I think I know my way around. No, don't go in the church. Hold it there. It's a shame that hairpin broke. We could just break into everything. Have a look at everyone's stuff.
Right, let's put this lantern to good use.
Why is the child in here?
Jane, come out at once.
This ain't right. The fuck is that? Oh my fucking word! It's a fucking badger.
Goodness me!
Red. They carry all sorts of disease. Flee for the thing. For the tunnel. Fuck me. Who's she?
Jane!
Silly, what are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
Look at you weird freak.
You were in there.
No, I weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I was hiding behind that tree over there. I got bored of waiting for you.
So where can I find Hobs Barrow?
Go north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm. Hobs Barrow is there. Don't tell any grown-ups I told you. And thanks for getting Myrtle back.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jane. You've been a great help.
Well, I suppose she has, but she tried to lead us into a badger's death. The hole of death. It's not very nice. She said go north, didn't she? Did she mean up here? I'm assuming this is north. Maybe not. Must be this way. Was it Mr. Bryden's farm? Oh god, that's ominous. Something about that crow or raven or whatever it is. Look, she's looking at it. Thomasina is looking at that little bird. She knows something's up.
As I trudged through the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewlay thus far. The enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance. The townsfolk of Bewlay, who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobs Barrow. The suspicion, the wariness in their eyes. Only now I know it was actually fear. In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate.
Oh god, well all that sounded just creepy. Well, I'm on some brilliant actually. Haha. Alright, Thomasina. We're on to the next phase of trying to find out what the hell's going on. I'm wondering if all the decisions I make are like maybe try and keep you alive, or if this story just, you know, just meanders the way it will, or whatever. Who knows? Is this Mr. Bryden's house? Let's knock the door. Mr. Bryden, open up. It's me, Thomasina, for God's sake. Oh, someone's actually in.
What do you want?
Fucking hell, someone was in. For once. I'm thoroughly shocked, sir.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye? What do you want, lass?
I understand Hobs Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why'd you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden. I'm writing a volume on the barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewlay by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door. There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
Was there a previous excavation of Hobs Barrow?
Aye. Me brother dug it up. Must have been, 25 years ago. You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
Aye. I moved back here to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden. That's terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
Bloody hell.
What did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
I don't know. But something went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word, like.
That must have been hard.
He lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass. I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it.
What is in there?
Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know the thing we dug up. The landers reclaimed it.
You haven't seen Mr. Shoulder for some time?
I hear about him now and then, but it must be a good few years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit Hobs Barrow?
Not to my knowledge. I heard he's beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd. I assumed he'd spoken to you about my visit.
Not at all.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
2 others, I believe. Outsiders, perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards. I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see. Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hobs Barrow?
No. Have you not been listening, lass? Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
I'm guessing if I say that, he'll say, no, I don't want to know this because I'm absolutely deadly and devilish and I don't want to know. I just want to live in my farm and just forget about it 'cause it's mad. Let's say it anyway.
Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there?
Perhaps. But Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. You don't want to tempt the same fate, lass.
I fucking do.
Perhaps I can at least see Hobs Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
You wish to see proof of what, Mr. Bryden?
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry wander around me fields. What proof have you of your claims?
I've got a letter from Mr.
Thanks for your
Shoulder.
time.
Ta-ra now.
Maybe I can just give you this worm.
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewlay in order to excavate Hobs Barrow.
Leonard making bold promises, I see. Don't make me regret this. But yes, you can have a look at it.
Thank you.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting to outdo with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
So where can I find it?
Through that gate to your left. Just head straight across the top to the field there. After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow. Sit on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it.
Oh my god, here we go, Hobs Barrow. Mr. Bryden was alright. Oh, you know, not a bad old boy. What the hell? Off to see Hobs Barrow in the meadow and the lane and finding the querulous things.
I probably should have brought my umbrella. Perhaps I could take a closer look. AR. I haven't a clue what that could be referring to. Finally, here it is. Hobs Barrow.
It's just a lump of earth.
Indeed, a barrow of a most unusual rectangular form. I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make a fine entry for my book. What secrets do you conceal, I wonder?
Fucking Bilbo or someone. Jesus.
That smell. Earthy and sweet.
Three, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina. Come. Are you ready for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Capital. Make sure you remember everything I've taught you. I have a feeling you might find something special.
How exciting.
I'll be watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy. Now I'm ready.
What am I excavating?
Thomasina, we don't dig with our hands.
Some of us do, Father. If we ever caught in a battle with no weapons and tools, digging our way out, screaming at the fucking moon.
Nothing here. No treasures here. treasure! Daddy, I found the treasure! Look!
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation. That urn you're holding is very old and precious. Take good care of it, all right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
You seem really good. She's out in the rain having flashbacks. Fucking evil Barrow.
I do have a feeling there is something exceptional to be discovered here. I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission to excavate.
Oh my god, this is getting really evil now. Come on.
Darkness falls quickly here. I should make my way back to the inn.
Let's go this way. Let's go over with Stanley.
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley. A mug of your finest ale, please.
There we are. That's 2 pence on your account.
Thank you. I found Hobs Barrow.
Oh, remember what I said, Miss Bateman? There are stories connected to that place.
Yes, stories you won't elaborate on, I might add. Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
I have no doubt, but please leave that place be.
I've come this far, there's no turning back now.
That's precisely what worries me.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
See this geezer over here doing the Lance Henriksen thing out of bloody aliens. An absolute maniac. Maybe we can recruit him.
Good evening, sir.
Leave me alone, I'm stabbing my own hand.
I'll leave you to it.
These boys gotta be some sort of help. They know the
Good evening,
area,
gentlemen.
I can imagine.
What are you gonna do about him?
If he thinks he can take her away from here, he's got another thing coming. I am gonna knock his bloody block off. In fact, I can think of a better punishment. Oi, what do you want, lady? Piss off!
Hey,
You heard the man.
Charming.
let's annoy him again.
Those men are rather brutish. I'd rather not engage with them anymore.
Hey, Muff. Cyril, yeah? Cyril.
Hello again, Cyril.
You're still here?
Did Mr. Long convince you of the virtues of Bewlay Station?
What the hell do you think? Now bugger off and leave me to me drink.
He seems even more wound up than usual.
I suppose the best thing to do is go to bed. Well, let's have a look. Quick look outside.
The sun has set and rain has swept in. I shan't go out again tonight.
Yeah, let's go.
Time for bed. Tomorrow I shall convince Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
Miss
Who are you
Bateman,
talking to?
how are you?
Tired.
It's half a
Buy you a
tillet or
drink?
whatever. Yeah. Well, shouldn't you stop drinking so much for the man's health? You won't stop him. One won't hurt. I need information, but I don't really want to get drunk. Something weird could happen. I'm gonna say no. Oh no. I can't resist it.
One won't hurt.
Excellent. I feel bad about what happened last night. I'm sorry I can't remember it.
That's all right, Mr. Tillett. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
I was thinking that maybe if we had another drink tonight, I might remember what happened. But worth trying?
I don't need any further convincing.
Take your seat, Miss Bateman. I shall return with the goods.
To Leonard Shoulder.
Wherever he may be. I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Why did Leonard Shoulder ask you to dig up Hobs Barrow?
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillett was to be my ally. I spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter, his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian and barrow digger. He was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
You must find all manner of riches on your digs.
Barrow digging is not all success, Mr. Tillett. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites steeped in promise. We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow opening paraphernalia you can imagine. Every stone carefully taken down, every shovel full of earth put dutifully through the sieve, and we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more exciting than spending your days sitting in England's most remote railway station.
Are you all right, Mr. Tillett?
I've had another argument with Agnes.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight. Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss.
You're kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl left us. She had a horrible end, wasting away, day by day. Consumption got her. She was naught but bones by the end. I can't get the image out of my mind. She were everything to me.
I'm so sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss Bateman. It's not appropriate.
Don't worry, Mr. Tillett. I appreciate your openness.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor, my mother and I, ever since I were a little one. She'd get a tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected at her favourite lookout spot on the moors. Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye.
That's a beautiful tribute.
Aye. If you take a seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
Of course, Mr. Tillett. I can relate in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak. He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
How dreadful.
He was a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown. He taught me so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him, and I visit him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
I've no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was. I am in a state of suspended mourning for a man caught between life and death.
Dreadful. Just dreadful.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time. I think she blamed me for my father's accident somehow.
You were but a child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Well then, I propose a toast.
A toast to what?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur. Now then, enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't. But I did. And another after that. And another. The frustrations of my visit to Bewlay slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale. We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and I. I treasure the memory.
Go on then. Let's hear those pipes.
Mustn't.
Sing the song.
You're incorrigible.
Please.
Oh my gosh, she's
You'll
right.
make a sad man happy.
Oh, all right then.
Oh, this might have been a bad idea.
Clasps, celts and arrowheads I'll try to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy, I'll vow there ne'er was such.
With popish tricks and relics rare, the priests their flocks do gull. In casting out the earth take care. Huzzah! I've found a skull!
What kind of song is that? Oh my fuck, what the fuck's going on? What is that?
Hello, Thomasina.
What is this? Who are you?
I'm the one that saved your father.
What do you mean?
You were here 25 years ago.
My father?
You were deep down with the others. You were there when something went wrong. I dragged him out.
Impossible.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
I don't understand.
Believe my words. You'll find proof in morning. Now go. One more thing. This is not a dream.
What happened there? It wasn't a dream, it was a nightmare. What the hell was that? Oh, it was Bilbo. Alright, well there's something on the floor there. That's obviously going to be something to do with what he just said. And I think... it's time to leave it there. And we'll see what happens next time. Good grief. Alright. Goodbye for a bit. Goodbye.